The key to my personal success is probably my tenacity. I run a startup and, the startup life is not for everyone. It takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of grit, and I just never give up.
Probably driving good cars. I think if you drive a good car, you're set for success.
Be open to growth and being curious. I think it's incredibly important to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you and being open to ideas and being hungry for knowledge.
I think you need to be tenacious. You need to be courageous. You need to not wilt in front of intimidation. So I remember when I was still at the Washington Post and I was covering a state dinner at the White House, and I turned around and there was the President of the United States. So I had to start asking him some questions right there in front of me before they swooped me away. And when I got back down the press room, you talked to the president, what did he tell you? And I looked at my notebook and it said, I, yes, no. And I thought, right, okay. So the next time we talk to a president, we have to tape record it, and we have to not melt under the awe of such important people in such important places.
Besides being patient, obviously being consistent. Also understanding that you can adapt and you can change. And if it's something that you actually enjoy doing in that format, then continue it. Because sometimes I see people sacrifice their passion so that they can get traction and make money, but that's only a short-term happiness,
My experience at Web Summit has been really great. I feel like it's a really collaborative environment. Tons of people are, just going up to each other, just ready to connect. And that's something that I found to be really unique about a conference.
Web Summit is an incredible manifestation, as the French say. It is so well organized. There are so many people here, and yet everything runs smoothly and on time. And even if you're not a tech person, you can get really plugged in well and understand things and learn things and not be intimidated by the language and the complexity of the business and the industry.
I have really enjoyed having great conversations with startup founders, with other entrepreneurs, longtime executives, people in the marketing and creative sectors. It's only the start, but I am excited to see what these discussions flourish into.
So far, I've walked in, caught up with my dear friend Jay Shetty, met a few entrepreneurs and investors, and then I was about to walk around, and then I ended up going and checking out this awesome Korean car.
Just lovely seeing that you've got, startups and Fortune 500 companies, all in the same space, just trying to make it and trying to do something cool.
For me, the most important feature in a vehicle is power, and especially, immediate power, like you put your foot down and you zip off.
This might sound like a small thing, but a nice, beautiful, crisp screen. I hate it when you have this big giant screen and you can see the pixels. Yeah, at least, in the Genesis, everything is just pin sharp.
Reliability, when I accelerate, when I stop. That's the most important thing.
Probably space and comfort together.
When I hear that Genesis is designed and manufactured in Korea, that honestly makes me excited because I am a huge beauty buff. So I know the best things about Korea and its innovations.
For me, I think of, Korean cars being everyday cars that get you from point A to point B, very sensible, very solid. And so I think it's really interesting that Korea has moved into this market and made such a really comfortable and luxurious car.
It's nice to see brands making their way to other parts of the world.
The most memorable road trip that I've taken off the top of my head recently, doing the Great Ocean Road in Australia from Melbourne all down the coastline. So beautiful.
We decided to take the GV80 and drive to Bahrain and back. We got so close when we were coming back to Qatar. We were literally meters away, but we couldn't get there because they wanted us to take the long way around because they were doing some construction, and we had just a little bit of petrol left. And so, of course, you turn off the ACs and everything. But yeah, we made it to the petrol station just at the right moment. It was like a movie, but at least we got to freak out in comfort.